We got some serious money-making moves in crypto news as Bitcoin could be trading at a generational bottom. Crypto community anticipates bullish price for Ethereum by the end of October, and some lucky SOB borrowed $1.3 million in Ethereum using a Mutant Ape NFT. And for our first story, Bitcoin could be trading at generational bottom amid once-in-a-lifetime correction. Yes, I could not agree more with this idea because right now most people are afraid. Everything's going down, there's a lot of red, and no one knows where the bottom really is. And yes, you could argue that the crypto markets could drop another 20%. The global markets could drop at least another 20%, especially if Russia starts dropping nukes. But the fact of the matter is if you zoom out and look at things on 5 and 10-year time scales, we are real close, if not 20% away from what will be the ultimate bottom. And that's why I encourage people who are not exposed to cryptocurrencies, start a daily cost averaging strategy. Right now is a really good idea to start a daily cost averaging strategy where you buy a little bit now and a little bit later. Instead of buying all of your crypto all at once right here, right now, get $100 a week. Have an automated strategy, buying $100 a week, an amount of money that's sustainable from your monthly paycheck. And that way you have the best bet of making the most money because you don't buy now and then it drops and you lose money. Instead, you buy a little bit every now and then. And if it does drop, then you're buying the drop there and then you're buying the next drop. And then as it goes up, you're buying. And I would also implore people to try out a daily cost average out strategy. So next time we hit new all-time highs and we're going up by 20% per day, which are crazy and you want to hold on, but sell $100 a week. You know what I'm saying? Try to lock in some profits and implore a daily cost average out strategy as well. Remember, I'm a guy in a Hawaiian shirt talking on YouTube. Do not take financial advice from me. Bitcoin price at generational bottom with institutions buying in mass. Now, the end of this is very important here. Institutions are buying hundreds of millions of dollars at a time, and they're using algorithms to buy Bitcoin at the most favorable times for them. And what does that mean exactly? That means they're only buying when it drops. And so their purchases are hidden within a downward trend. If they bought while prices were going up, it would inflate the price artificially. And whenever it has these exponential jumps up, regular retail traders see that and they jump in as well, which causes the price to actually see some real manipulation. And whenever it goes up unsustainably, it crashes really hard, big tree fall hard, you know what I'm saying? And so these institutions are using apps to buy in mass in quantities when it drops. So it looks like the price is falling and no one's really buying, but they are scooping up all of the Bitcoin that you are panic selling. So you need to be hodling and you be daily cost averaging and get ready for an explosive rally up in the next 2 to 3 years. Ethereum price looks ready for another leg higher, maybe over $1,500 per ETH. Well, here's why this is happening. Because the Ethereum merge has already happened. There was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. There was a dump. Yes, the Ethereum proof of work token is now worth nothing. It's kind of a joke and people are trying to sell it as quickly as they can. But that event has already taken place. And you know what? The Ethereum merge went off really, really well. From a software standpoint, it worked. The software worked. The merge took place. There were no real serious issues with this merge other than the price dropping. And so now we're in a new month. The dust has settled. People are looking to invest pieces of their paycheck in a daily cost averaging strategy, financial advice. And so, yeah, we might see a upward trend in all markets through the next 2, maybe 3 weeks of October. And I hypothesize, tinfoil hat, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat here, that the elections, the US elections in the second week of November will cause some market manipulations. Either side, I think the Republicans mostly, are going to manipulate the price down in the global markets to blame it on the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, right? Everyone's doing it all the time. And so whenever the markets are down, they, hey, the Republicans did this or the Democrats did this, so we need to vote us in the office, so we'll fix the markets. And so there's going to be some downward trends leading into the US elections. And then after that, we might get some more rocket boosters, my friends. Crypto community anticipates bullish price for Ethereum by the end of October. That's what I'm saying. You know, we're in a new month. The dust is settled. There's no bad news unless Ukraine war gets escalated in a nasty way. People are talking about nuclear bombs being tested right now. So there's a lot that could happen in the global markets. There's a lot of other shoes that have not necessarily dropped, but until they do, there's no bad news. And people just assume that there will be nothing but good news, you know, especially if you're not watching the news every day and you're just looking at the markets and you're a trading bot algorithm, then you will go, oh yeah, you know, things are good, things are settled, there's no bad news, it's time to buy a little bit here, daily cost averaging strategies, people have new pieces of their paycheck that they want to invest somewhere, and you know what? Blockchain has outperformed a lot of other stocks. And so, you know, and also new investors like millennials and Gen Zers are looking more towards crypto investments than traditional stock market investments because they think the government has wronged them significantly. So I think that once we have the dust settle on a lot of the macro global developments that are taking place, the crypto markets are going to explode. And honestly, if it wasn't for COVID, you know, and if it wasn't for the money printers and it wasn't for this war in Ukraine, but crypto would be absolutely insane right now. It would be skyrocketing. Bitcoin would be $100,000 per token. But no, we had to go through all of this terrible stuff. And you know what? Bitcoin and Ethereum are still here. They're still holding strong. They still have developments being made every single day, even during a bear market. And so that's got me excited about the long-term potential. And I think people should be investing in a smart way starting now. Almost 70% of Shiba Inu holders are still in a loss despite a 7-day performance. And here's why, guys. Because Shiba Inu is a shitcoin and it is being controlled by snakes and thieves who have convinced you of a narrative that's pretty much impossible. Most Shiba holders think that one day it'll be worth 1 penny per token. And if that happens, they're rich. You know what I'm saying? They've been sold this fantastical idea like, oh my God, one day it'll be worth a penny and I'm gonna be a bazillionaire. That's insane. Well, the truth of the matter is they would have to burn 75% of all Shiba tokens, including 75% of your tokens, in order to get close. And they would need several more $1 billion in market cap growth just to get there. So not only do they need to burn 75% of their tokens, they also need several $1 billion injected into the overall market just to get close. And so most people, looks like 70% of people who bought Shiba are now at a loss and they're stuck holding because they don't know what else to do and they don't want to be a fool who panic sold, and they're just going to be waiting around forever for them to get their money back. And you know the harsh reality is guys, you'll make more money with a different coin or a different option. I know it's not something you necessarily want to accept, but sell at a loss and put it into something that's got more upward potential, like maybe Solana or Matic or Ethereum, because Shiba is going to take a really long time to get there. And I feel bad for you guys, but hey, you learned a lesson. Don't make that mistake again. Someone borrowed $1.3 million using a Mutant Ape NFT as collateral. For those of you who don't know, Mutant Apes is a spin-off of the popular NFT Bored Ape, and now Mutant Apes are so popular that someone is able to get a $1.3 million loan in Ethereum just using one single profile picture. One digital image on the blockchain got them enough collateral for a $1.3 million Ethereum loan. And I'm just smelling here, they're not necessarily saying it, but I'm smelling that they pulled out this $1.3 million Ethereum loan to stack proof of work token. And then they're going to sell back the Ethereum to then release their Mutant Ape, and they have just made out with a whole bunch of money. This is a massive move upwards for them, very smart, very savvy move. And this is something I want to close out with because this is how powerful these individual assets on the Ethereum blockchain have become. You know, like it's just a piece of data on the blockchain and someone owns it right out. And you can't say that about Web 2. You know, I can't tell you that I own any of my pictures on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram owns those now. Facebook owns those photos now. I got to download them back from Facebook, and they're probably worse quality. And this is kind of exciting here that we can now own a piece of Web3. A piece of the code can be mine. And if it gains enough virtue and value by the population, it'll be worth several $1 million a piece. And that's just one string of code. Imagine what the entire matrix conglomerate of all of the codes will be worth one day. That is extraordinarily exciting stuff.